Ophiuchus Seekers and Seeker 13. Welcome to the Existential Ship. Thank you for joining me. Hey, so I thought I'd do something a bit different for you guys this time. It's not a new reading that I do. Actually, I do it all the time as an extended for the general reading. So there's a general reading, and then when you move on to the extended on Vimeo or on Patreon, you often find this. This is a double pentagram spread, which is a look into you and your person of interest. So basically, it's a love reading. This is you. This is your person. So, for example, cross watchers, you'd be here. However, if the other side sounds like you may reverse the roles. Okay. I thought it would be nice to do something different for you and also give other seekers the opportunity to see what's going on in the extended, to have a better understanding. So, generally speaking, Ophiuchus are bonus readings. I do when I can. But this now can also be bonus for other seekers. Now, with that being said, generally speaking, Ophiuchus is /Seeker 13, meaning these readings are for Ophiuchus, yes, but also for any one of you out there that either doesn't quite find themselves in the mechanism of astrology and the specific signs, or have gone through it and now you feel like you've somewhat integrated most of the energies. Also, if in simplicity, if you just like to hang out with me and have another reading, yay, that's fun. If you want to know more in depth how I view Ophiuchus and my approach to that energy, feel free to watch the first couple of readings that I've done for Ophiuchus. It will be on Ophiuchus playlist. Specifically the intros of the first two readings, where I really go in depth as to what is Ophiuchus, for me anyway. Okay? All right, so let's just dive into this without further ado. I hope you enjoy the ambience. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's really, really raining outside. But it's a nice sound. So hope you get to enjoy it. Let me know. I feel like I'm missing something. Is there anything else for me to say? Oh, I pre-shuffled, I pre-pulled. I did not look at the cards. We're discovering them together. As I said, this is Ophiuchus. This is their person. And this is past, present, and future potential. And I focused on this coming month. Okay? And at the end, at the end I'll also do a rune reading, which I also always do in the extended. I pull runes. Okay, now we can start. You come in a mindset of the Emperor. Your person has the Ace of Cups. Now this is a mindset and or communication. So your approach is very serious. You know what you want. You're possibly thinking about this person in a way of commitment. You want a future with them. You want to build something. You're willing to work hard, or so you say, because so far it's in the communication and the mind, right? Your person is very receptive to it. They're very open. They're very positive. They might surprise you soon. Ace of Cups is an initial energy of flow and love, so this could be a sudden, expression and opening up. It's very honest, it's very truthful, it's very sincere. Now, the Emperor, especially with love, right? The Emperor is really great with work and material world endeavors. But the thing is, he tends to bring the boss vibe and the work vibe to a relationship, to his love life. The Emperor kind of projects all that he knows when it comes to working with people onto his relationship with a person in a romantic scenario, and that doesn't always work. Sometimes there's a bit of an aspect of micromanaging, sometimes it's an aspect of an expectation to lead or to have the person to just kind of align with what the Emperor said. And Emperor usually have employees. So especially if you work with a lot of people and you have people who kind of say yes to what you say, and you're used to just kind of give orders. I don't mean it in a bad way. Like just what a boss does, what a boss babe does. So be cautious with bringing it to your interaction with this person, because this is eye level. They're not your employee. They're not even your co-worker or, to micromanage somehow, to be politically correct and get them to do what you would like them to do. That's not the dynamic that is healthy in a romantic scenario. Does that make sense? And the Emperor often has challenge with expressing themselves emotionally. They really know how to say it like it is, like factually, from expectations to anything. But they find it hard to express their heart in a vulnerable, sensitive manner. Okay? Your person, on the other hand, is going to, or is, but because it's an ace, maybe going to express themselves really, really fluidly, openly, again. And I'm picking up on vulnerability, which makes sense because we always learn about ourselves through the eyes and behavior of the other person, be it because they mirror us, so we get to see what we do, or they bring the complete opposite in ways of teaching us what is missing and what needs to be learned. Drinking coffee. In your heart, a lot of fire. We have Knight of Wands that is facing the other direction outside this person. And in their heart, they have Ace of Wands. Okay. So 2 aces. So this person really wants to have a start with you, really wants to create something. They have a lot of desire, a lot of faith, a lot of passion, a lot of emotion, and they feel it instinctually in their entire system. They think, wow, this is something very, very special. Now, it's interesting that you have the Knight of Wands in your heart and they have the Ace of Wands. The Knight of Wands is the potential of the Ace of Wands, right? It just requires an actual action. But the thing is, you have the desire, but you're facing, the heart faces the other direction. So maybe you still have feelings for someone else. Maybe you're considering other options. Maybe, you have the spark for them, but you're not sure. You want to still explore and know what else is out there. After all, you are the Emperor, right? You deserve the best. I wonder if you know the pure essence and frequency of this energy. Ace of Cups and Ace of Wands. This is pure raw matter. So maybe you think, oh, this person has potential, but they're not to my level yet. The pure energy can either be a complete novice or a complete master. And I'm getting the feeling, especially because you have a Knight in your heart, a Knight of Wands, which can show immaturity. This could mean that you think in a very mature way when it comes to relationships and what it is that you want, but your heart is not really kind of like the teenager that is like, no, brain dad, I'm not gonna do what you tell me to do. I'm just gonna go and explore. There's complete, there's resonance between your person's mindset and their heart space. It is different energies. You have both fire and fire here, and this is water and fire. So seemingly water, turns off fire. However, Ophiuchus, you are the integration of water and fire, right? Ophiuchus is an integration of energies of the Sagittarius and the Scorpio. So it's interesting how your person is coming through here with the pure energies of fire and water. It's almost like they're mirroring your essence in a way of reminding you or showing you. What you give to this dynamic is the Hermit. You're not giving anything right now. You're very closed off in your own world. You might be saying very little, only the absolute necessary, and you're not giving anything to this person. What they give is the Six of Swords. As a result, they're also not participating, not doing anything. They're like, okay, obviously Ophiuchus is not here, and like you're turning your back to them on all levels. And even when you're not completely turned with your back away, you're stern, you're harsh. So even though this person has so much emotion and expression, I feel like they're kind of pulling it in and either not showing, not saying. I think they're just respecting what you show. I don't know if they might be, okay, I don't really have a choice. Like, Ophi is not really, or Secret 13 is not really interacting. And if they are interacting, they're very curt and short. But they have very positive mindset. They're not angry. They're not resentful. They think positively. They give the benefit of the doubt. They understand the need of serenity, so they're just giving you that. You stand on 5 of Cups, also your back turned to them, and they stand on a 2 of Cups. Okay, so your person is into this. Your person is positive, is willing. They also are bringing a very positive approach. I'm not seeing like so this energy, if I was to only open this energy first and keep this closed, I would be like, oh my God, is this person super pushy? Is this person like not letting you be? Is this person maybe pushing you away or being inappropriate somehow? But the thing is, none of that comes through here. So this is all your process, Ophiuchus. This person actually is giving a very balanced, respectful energy. It's like one of those, okay, I'm here if you need me. And then letting you be kind of thing, which is very strong. But Ophiuchus, I see you like in a completely other world. You're completely turning your back to them. So I wonder why are they even coming through in this reading for you for the next month if you're so closed off to them? So we have some major possible pessimism and a sense of loneliness, and for some of you, depression, and you're really trying to keep a straight face and like you're still in control. It's like your heart. Okay, you know what this energy is? This is leaving before being left. This is turning your back before someone turns their back to you. It's a defense mechanism. There's so much defensiveness here. Here you have, outside of the dynamic with this person, you have 8 of Wands and 10 of Swords. And they have, outside of the dynamic with you, they have 3 of Pentacles and the Sun. Okay, so your person is building in their life. They're building either cooperations or a business or their future or a home. They're being very, very positive. They're being very much into manifestation, into creating their own life, into doing the best they can, bringing their best foot forward, trying to make the most out of any interaction and any dynamic. Your person is a builder and a very positive one. And it seems like they have possible level of faith that they bring to the table. Right? We have earth, fire, water, air, and the air element is one of the most mellow air elements, like the chill ones. Most of the air cards are of the Suit of Swords is very painful. Here you have the most painful one, but thankfully it's the last one. So I feel like, Ophiuchus, you have some pain that you gotta deal with, but you're running away from. You keep trying to run away from your pain by doing things, by trying new stuff, by exploring, by having an adventure. But wherever you go, there you are. Whoever you meet, there you are. What all of them have in common is you. You bring that material that is the self to every interaction, and that is the alchemy that it creates. And then instead of looking within as to what is the matter that you brought into this chemical process, into this integration. You look at the result, okay, I'm not feeling good, and you think, oh, it's them. They're too loving. They're not too loving. They're not over, they're super, they see things in a very balanced, equal way. And currently they're not imposing anything. They're just being positive, as it seems anyway. But you have so much unresolved, suppressed, possible anger, loneliness, depression, feelings of sadness, for some inadequacy. And you can't run away from that. This is not anyone creating this within you. No one is making you feel that way. This is your carried emotions. When we suppress things, they don't go away. They stay and they fester and they grow, and then they make us tick, and they rule our subconscious, that which in turn rules our conscious, which in turn rules our decision making, which in turn rules our actions, which in turn rules our life. And they're like, oh, no, this is the fault of this person or that thing or that place. I'll run away for a new thing. And then it just goes straight back to your pain. It will end when you realize that this is your pain to feel through. This is a rarity. This is a catch. This is amazing. I'm sorry, I know I'm supposed to take the side of the person I'm reading to, but I'm not, I don't do that. There is no sides. You know, and maybe this is you. Maybe you're cross-watching and this is you, so yay. But don't run away from it. Don't use what I just said to avoid, oh, right, it's not, this is me. Don't do that again. Recent past between the two of you, we have 9 of Wands. Present, we have the Hierophant, okay. And then moving into the month, we have 8 of Pentacles and 3 of Cups. This is great. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so there is either union or reunion with this person, depending on what is happening right now, though I do see a distance or not communicating, or maybe occasionally they reach out positively and you're either very court or non-responding at all. It's almost like it felt like you have to hold on, or there was so much happening with this 9 of Wands. There's a sense of holding on and carrying through. It's been exhausting. And 9 of Wands after the 8 of Wands, right? It's like opportunities come, but it's like I don't know how to catch them because I'm holding on to this wand so tightly. It could be something that has happened, could be something in your head, could be an approach to life, could be just trauma, could be PTSD that doesn't allow you to see good things as good things, rather as a threat or an annoyance or too much, you know? A weird example is coming through to my head. It's like when they throw candy at you, and it's candy, it's fun, but then a candy hits your head, and you're like, oh, you darn candy, you hit my head. And it's like, okay, but it's still a candy, and I didn't mean to. It's just like, I don't know. I know, weird example. Sorry. Anyway, moving on. Present tense, we have the Hierophant. There's a strong level of system for you here. You bring in the system to this to this dynamic. You might be thinking in a systematic manner. You might be like very masculine in your mindset. You could be a woman. This is not, and you could be a feminine woman. But you could be bringing to romance right now, like very specific expectations as to how things should look like, and then what needs to be done in order to build them. And the only cups that you have here, Ophi, are the 5 of Cups, which is depressing emotions. And I love this. I love how the cards are so freaking brilliant. Look at this. So your person is bringing this beautiful 2 of Cups. And you here have those 2 of Cups here behind you, but you're not looking at them and you're not giving them the time of day or the focus because you're busy moping and sobbing over this fallen Three of Cups that are empty and gone, instead of turning around and looking at these Two of Cups that are right behind you. And look at this. You don't have to be a reader to see how beautiful and sweet this is. Very romantic, right? And very balanced. It's positive and very healing. We have the Mercury wand here. But the good thing about this Hierophant here is that he brings with him truth. So it seems like the mind is being reset right now into really knowing itself. Maybe you've been taking some time. Maybe you've been closed off. But there's a realization now. Maybe it's Mercury going direct, I'm sorry. Saturn, this is very Saturnian, this energy. So maybe, as I'm recording this today, June 4th, Saturn is moving in retrograde. Okay, so something about the system in which you are or how you operate systematically is clicking into understanding. You have clarity. Okay, you differentiate what is important versus what is not important, what needs to be invested in and what needs to be waited on. Okay, and you're moving into a mindset of, okay, I want to invest. I want to give time. I want to work on this. So it seems like the both of you are going into, in June, Eight of Pentacles and Three of Cups, into a form of celebration. So there is good stuff here. So this month could be very happy, very easygoing. However, the ease comes from the effort. What did I say here? Okay. A stitch in time saves none, okay? Or making proper planning, making sure that you have all the travel arrangements, that you pack everything you need for your travel, that you have your itinerary, that your plants have someone to water them. When you do all the things right, then you can go with an ease of mind and just enjoy yourself and not have any worries. When you don't put an effort, right? When you don't put an effort and just let things be, that's when everything becomes a mess, and then you have a headache and you don't really get to enjoy your time. So that's what I mean by joy through effort, okay? So setting the right foundation with this person, having the challenging conversation, clarifying how you feel, what you've gone through, being super honest. It seems like you don't want to do that, or you didn't want to do that, or both of you, or one of you. But it's not something that can be avoided, right? A hole that you skip ends up catching up on you. So Eight of Pentacles is the being mindful of the details, putting the effort where it needs to be put. And then there's so much room for fun, right? When a few friends go out and to have a good time and to celebrate, if they all decide in advance who's the designated driver and who doesn't have more than one or two drinks, then everyone can just let go and have fun and be chill, and then knowing that they're also going to come home safely. Okay, you're an adult, you know everything that I'm saying, but unfortunately a lot of you, and this is something that happens to a lot of people, all the intelligence that you have and the wisdom that you have and the knowing that you have about life, you seem to think that it doesn't apply to romance. Oh, in romance it needs to just happen. No. Even fun requires planning and a sort of effort. It just doesn't feel like an effort when it's worth it. Okay, let's rearrange and see what else we can come up with. This is something that I started doing with my own path with the tarot years ago, where I just like to look at the repetitive energy and see what they have to bring forth. I also really love numbers. I'm super into numerology. Numbers really speak to me, so I always look at the numeric value of the cards and see what repeats itself. For example, here we have 2 8s, right? 2 aces, beautiful. We do have 1, 2, and 2 threes. Five, 6, 9, 10, and only 1 court card. Okay. One, 3, 8. Just talking to myself for a second. Emperor, Hermit, Hierophant, the Sun. This is very masculine energy. All of this is masculine energy. Patriarchal, paternal, Saturnian. There's rules, there's regulations, there's do's, there's don'ts, there's right versus wrong. And there's a deep level, an aspect of what is truth and light. These 3 cards are very powerful cards for truth. So the truth is coming through. You must honor truth. Be very honest with this person, because this person will pick up on the slightest inaccuracy, or like it will just not feel right. Even it's not that they could necessarily know what it is that is false or wrong or inaccurate, but they will sense it in their body. Okay, this is a very sensing, physically sensing energy. It's like the gut just turns around and tells you that something is off, right? So if this person will feel like there's something off with the communication or with the message, they won't feel comfortable, right? There'll be a sense of lack of trust and paranoia. It's like, okay, I don't know what they're hiding, but I know they're hiding something, and that makes me feel uncomfortable and unable to open up. Okay? Now, maybe this thing that you're hiding isn't a big deal at all, but it becomes a big deal when there's hiding it, right? Not being forefront. And when there's mystery, when there's unknown, immediately the mind goes into protection mode and fills up the gap, and then defends itself. Goes into mode of, okay, I need to defend myself because this person is hiding something. I don't know what it is. As opposed to if it's just said as it is, then there's no mystery, there's no paranoia, there's no anxiety. Paranoia is a big word. Concern, legitimate concern. When you feel like someone is hiding something from you, it brings up a legitimate concern, right? It's natural. This is not even paranoid. It's like, okay, are we working on this or not? If so, the communication needs to be fast, clear, in the moment. This is not in retrospect. When communication happens from 8 of Wands to 9 of Wands in retrospect, you got to go back and fix all that festering and the negativity that was created from the lack of knowing, right? And resolve it, as opposed to just dealing with the details as they come in the moment. Once again, a stitch in time saves 9. Saying it as it is in the moment, not in retrospect. Better in retrospect than not at all, of course. But it saves a whole lot of misunderstandings, confusion, frustration, negative thought patterns, and sabotage to just respond in the moment. This is building something together that is both tangible and long-lasting, with the 3 of Pentacles, meaning have the potential by setting the right foundations, the earthy foundations. And it's very celebratory and fluid and fun. Anything else? Pregnancy can happen very quickly. the energy between the two of you if you actually manifest it into reality and stop bullshitting yourself and that. Sorry, I had to. And so if you're not ready to have children together, just keep that in mind, because the fertility will be off the charts. There's an aspect of tradition or archetype of how things ought to be that is really, really in effect here, right? Whose role is to do what? Just have fun together. And again, it can only happen through the work. You know, we have Ace, 2, 3 of Cups. It's so celebratory, so happy, so fluid, so fulfilling emotionally. And then we jump into the 5 of Cups. And in this 5 of Cups, we have both the 2 of Cups, right here, and this 3 of Cups. So maybe there's a level of, what am I missing out on? What other options, people... Focusing on everything gives you nothing. Focusing on one thing gives you everything. That is the blessing and the curse of us as a society and humanity becoming aware of the infinite possibilities and the multiverse. And it plays out in reality with social media, with dating apps. Like, there's just so much abundance, so many grocery stores, so many shelves, so many produce. Well, maybe not these days. Sorry, I had to. And when you put little to none energy in many, many things, none of them blossom. None of them is real. An idea of love is not the experience of love. As opposed to putting infinity in one path, that path becomes your world because it is being created and experienced fully. I will never tell you to put in effort on something that isn't good for you or doesn't work for you or you're just not into. It's not your reading then. This is about someone who doesn't want to put an effort into something that is good for them and is beneficial and can make them happy because they're scared or they're pessimistic or they've had bad experiences or they've got really, really hurt from doing so in the past. Don't let a painful past ruin a potential happy present. Let's pull runes. Runes for my Ophiuchus and Secret 13 for the month of June. Face me. Alright, we have Sowilo. We have Wungo in the upright. We have Ansus in the reverse. And Hagalas. SWAH. Okay. Two really great, positive, happy, fun, connecting runes. And then, Ansus in the reverse, someone either takes the wrong advice from someone else and it completely sabotages things and mess things up, or they listen to their own inner fears and issues and in turn sabotage things and mess things up. if your system is experiencing something really good and joyous with this person, and then you let overthinking and paranoia or just really bad advice to mess it up for you, that's really sad. I'm sorry. It's just what's coming through here, and I can't tell you what to do except to reflect what I see. Right? And Sus is the truth. It's the good advice. It's the intuition. It's the mental, spiritual leadership, awareness. But it's in the reverse. And Hagalas, this is a third energy meddling. This is absolute sabotage. This is like someone putting poison in your head and making you look at things in a negative manner when they were actually really positive. Let me tell you something in general. If you want to know what to do with a person, don't take advice from someone who doesn't know them or may have their own psychological agendas that you might not be aware of. Ask the person. The person knows what they're feeling, what they're thinking, what they need, and what can work with them more than anyone else, including your past experiences with other people. This could be a friend. You know what this is? Sorry, let me put my phone on silence. This is like meeting someone and everything is super honest and open and fluid and positive, and both sides are very giving and generous with their time and with their communication, and they don't play games. And then that friend who always plays games in romance, you know, that just, they don't know how to be real. It comes from insecurity, of course, and feeling like being authentically themselves will get them to not be liked or something. But it's so sad. This is like one of those get the guy, get the girl videos where they tell you you need to, the bad ones, don't answer them for a day. Look like you're busy, like the games, you know? And then poison and toxicity just infiltrates the energy and comes between. So it could be a superficial video. It could be a friend that, you know, okay, it works for them, but are they happy, or do they just deal with people with a lot of power games and mind control and constant like being on top of the game in order for things to continue? Like, that's not love. That's not friendship. That's not fun. It's fucking torture. I don't know how people do that. Spend entire relationships, months or years, with mind games and control and power plays. Like, are you looking for an enemy? Are you looking for someone to defeat? To what? Especially if it went so well, or if it started off so well, don't let it be sabotaged. Okay, what's beyond this nonsense if Ophiuchus on Seeker 13 takes my advice? What's beyond this? If they take my advice, don't play games, and are honest and sweet. Another Hagalas. Holy crap. Wungo, I'm sorry, not Wungo, Perdro in the reverse, and another Hagalas. So I have two sets of runes mixed up here, because when I do the Patreon rune messages, I do it for 2 weeks ahead and rune per day. So I want to have as many runes for the days to bring forth, you know, the energy that they have, and not be limited in the amount of runes that they have. Anyway, TMI. There could be a level of sabotage that is very deep that is being created by this, because then it creates a level of lack of trust. And then when one person sabotages, another person sabotages. When one person takes bad advice from a well-intended friend, then the other person goes to another well-intended friend or another video, and it just becomes a cold mess. Hagalas is hail. It's cold hail. You gotta put warmth into it. Warmth, truth, humility, and just wear your heart on your sleeve in this case, Because if this is not your person, then they won't like it. So if they don't like it, you didn't fail. You just learned that they're not your person. You want someone who really likes it when you are sincere, loving, honest, available for them, invested in them. And if they don't like you when you're like that, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with them. I'm just saying maybe they're not your person. Because you don't want to be with someone where you constantly have to put on a show of the tough guy or the bitch. Like, it's exhausting for them to like you. Is that the kind of relationship you want? It's exhausting. You want someone who really likes it when you're yourself and true and open-hearted. Now, I'm not saying to puke yourself on the table on the first date, okay? There needs to be tact and respect and an understanding to the process, right? But in relation to the process, yes, open up truthfully. And if things are looking good, continue being good. It's like one person fell off the wagon and started doing dumb shit, and then the other person starts doing dumb shit, and then this game is just exhausting, and then it's like, enough, I need a break. Is there another avenue? Is there another timeline? If the choices are different. Fucking A, sorry. Rose in the reverse, Legas in the reverse. There's something really, really wrong here. Not you, not them, not the two of you. There's something... These are a lot of reversals. These are just very harsh. Okay, I'll tell you what I'm seeing. It's not pleasant. There is a masculine energy and a feminine energy. And I don't think it's the two of you. I think it's outside of you. I think this is one of you and then someone outside of you with deep levels of sabotage and emotional manipulation and trying to make something look bad. This is like someone who gives advice with the actual intent of sabotaging. This is someone who knows you, who knows how you think, and is taking advantage of it. So this could be a disgruntled ex. This could be someone that doesn't want you to move on or be happy. Okay, this could be just a jealous friend, honestly, who is alone and doesn't want you to now be happy and move on. And you were two single people, like always going on. What, now you're going to be in a relationship? What about me? Great friend, great friend. It's like no matter what I tell you, you're either unaware of it or you don't want to listen. So I'm not going to fight you. Okay, guys, this was lovely. I'm just going to put this bullshit aside and let you relish on the potential that can be. Okay, so we're going to go. And obviously there is no extended because this is the extended that I'm giving here for you guys for free, for everyone to enjoy. If you're new to my channel, be sure to subscribe. Thank you to my patrons. Thank you to my channel members here on YouTube. Thank you to everyone who's watching and everyone who subscribes. I read all your comments, so thank you for commenting your thoughts. Thank you for liking the video and helping it expand in the YouTube lovely realm. And have a wonderful, blessed month, and I'll see you soon.